Hello, everyone, and welcome to Morning Hatha. We're going to start seated this morning, so feel free to grab a cushion or your seat. And just raising the seat slightly. This will be a shorter practice today, which I just wanted to give you some different options for when you can practice. So sometimes it's really difficult, especially in the mornings, to get a whole hour class in. So I hope that this class is just a 30-minute little dose of coming in, checking in, and getting your energy and your prana set up for the day ahead. So again, thank you so much for joining me. So we'll start seated. I've just grabbed a couch cushion here or couch pillow to just raise my seat a little bit. So grabbing any household items that you have. And we'll just take a moment to feel the earth. So you can take a moment to rock and shift, swaying in the seat. Each morning, each day, each moment, really, we are arriving, and we are working on arriving again and again. Coming to the practice today with whatever we're coming in with today. Maybe we got some good sleep, maybe we didn't, maybe we're a little thirsty, maybe we're quite hydrated. Just kind of arriving, letting whatever is there be there. There's no need to shove anything out of the way right away, right? Like, okay, I'm practicing now, I need to be really still. Or I need to fix all of this stuff, right? Or all these feelings. No, the practice helps us just come back and to welcome ourselves home into this moment, right? This very moment. So sometimes rocking can give us this sweet sensation of settling. Maybe you're done rocking. Maybe you'd like to rock a little more. Let yourself explore that. And as you're exploring that, allowing your seat to get even heavier, feeling into what is solid beneath you, where your sitting bones are touching the floor or a surface, where your feet touch the floor, for example, your outer legs. And then with that sense of solidity underneath you and holding you, we can really feel what's happening in the upper body, kind of feeling and swaying. Eventually, we land in a central place. Hands can rest on the lap, knees or thighs, eyes open or closed. And I invite you now, as we've externally sort of settled in our physical body and oriented into the space of where we are right now, to bring the awareness to your breath. Feeling the tide of your inhale and your exhale. Sitting just a little taller in the spine, seat heavy, shoulders and elbows and hands softening. Try not to make any expression to your face. I invite you for this moment to simply be with your breath. Your awareness and the breath meet. Notice how you've made the decision to move inward. Just beginning to invite a slightly deeper and longer inhalation and exhalation. Use about half the strength and effort of your breath. So instead of giving it a 10, back off into about a 5. As the inhale rises and falls, feel that the breath is supporting your structure. Roots remaining heavy. If it's helpful, you can make a slight sound and resonance at the back of the throat, as if you're going, but with your mouth closed. Notice how your awareness is becoming sharper and sharper and closer toward the breath as you begin to lengthen and deepen it. Meeting yourself here in this moment. Feel yourself settling into the seat. The breath assisting your posture. As the breath is creating a little more room and space through and along the spine. Feeling a sense of a downward moving energy as you invite the breath in and up. Your base of support widening, deepening. And as you exhale, we soften the hard edges of body and mind. Let's take a few more moments here. Making time to breathe with intention. Held by the earth. Held by the breath. And ultimately held by the present moment and all that's here. Gently bow the head and flutter the eyes open, gently raising the arms to a T position. And without moving your base, so keep from the navel down, super anchored like it is. We're just gonna move from the navel up and bring your left hand down, right arm up and over. Breathing into that side body. Bring a gentleness to your ribs as you draw them back with your abdomen and breathe into the right side. So push down into your hand and sitting bones as you breathe in. Stay close to that equal tide of your breath that you've just cultivated. Inhale brings us up, the vertebral column nice and spacious. Exhale over to the opposite side. Again, we press down with our hand and our sitting bones. Gently draw the belly back with the ribs and then breathe. Smooth and steady breath. Inhale back through to center. Clasp and interlace the hands in front of you. You're holding onto a big beach ball. Little bend to the elbows. Reach the knuckles forward. Tuck the chin lightly to the chest. As you invite the breath in and up, feel an expansiveness across the shoulder blades. One more breath here. Next inhale, reach the arms high, flip the palms to the sky. Again here, lift the chin, move the jawline back, and feel that line of integrity in your central axis, nice and long. Deep breath in. Exhale, unclasp. Fingertips, tent and steeple touch the earth, hollowing the center of the palms. And as you ground down into the fingertips, sitting bones, keep reaching the crown upward. So we notice this polarity present. Touching the earth, honoring the earth. Keeping that integrity in the spine, bring the left hand over to the right knee, right hand back behind you or at the hip. Again, keeping from the navel down, nice and steady like it has been. Inhale back through to center and exhale over to the opposite side. So waking up all planes. Feeling that gentle rotation. There's no need to crank yourself into the twist. Right? Just let the breath fill the body. Inhale back to center. Let's take a sweep of the arms around and up. And on your exhale, hands through to the heart. Bowing the head a moment here. And may our presence here cultivate our presence everywhere. And we'll gently come up off of our seat. And make our way into tabletop. So shoulders over the wrists, hips over the knees. And we're just going to take a moment to just rock right and left. Push the earth away, tuck the chin lightly to the chest, and then rock back and forward. Forward and back. Half cat. So we have a slight rounding to the spine. Pushing the floor away. Feel the stability in your shoulders and across your shoulder blades. And then we come forward, tuck toes, lean slightly forward, coming into cow. Roll the gaze up, shoulders back. Try not to wrinkle the forehead. On your exhale, press into the tops of the feet, round and sit back. Inhale, slowly rising. Exhale, round and back. Take a few more like this. Last one here. This time we're going to come all the way back to child's pose and hold and rest here. Let the forehead go. Let go of the full weight of your arms. Soften your armpits and elbows. Maybe rock a little bit here as well to settle into this gesture on your forehead and your hips. Give yourself some time to explore that. And then settling into your middle place. Take a few breaths here, feeling the breath in your back body. The lungs expanding and contracting. Feel the expansion and contraction of the lungs. Take a few more breaths here, following with your awareness, your inhale from beginning to end, and your exhale from beginning to end. On your next inhalation, bring weight into your hands, shoulder width. Slowly rise forward. We're going to draw the shoulders back, lean forward now. So there's a 45 to the spine, and the hips are 45 degrees further forward and not stacked over the hips, right? So we're a little farther forward. Push the floor away, draw the shoulder blades back, curl the pubic bone up to the navel. As well, lift the skull. We're going to bend the elbows and peel down, right? Belly down, pubic bone down, chest, sternum, ribs, forehead. Now from here, you can adjust anything that you need. Hands stay by the sides of the chest. Squeeze the elbows in, roll the shoulders back. We're going to press our pubic bone firmly into the ground with the tops of our thighs and our toes. And inhale, peel the front body up, coming into a baby cobra. Breathing with intention. So the back of the neck, sides of the neck long. Light pressure in the hands, sliding them back isometrically towards your hips. Feel your sternum move forward. If there's any pinching in your low back, you might be lifting too high. One more breath. And exhale, lower, hover, or rest the forehead. Next inhalation, lift your legs, reach through your toes. Squeeze the heels and elbows towards each other. Breathe. Smooth and deliberate like you've been doing. Feel the pose lighting up and empowered, becoming empowered as you breathe into it, shaping your prana in this form. Inhale, peel the upper body up as well and add the arms. You might notice you're a little warm now. Hug the palms towards each other with your inner thighs and heels. Hold here. Woo. Reach the arms forward. Keep your shoulders, though, away from your ears and the shoulder blades on the upper back. A good way to do that is to turn the pinky edges towards each other a little bit. We're going to take a breath in and then exhale, lower. Opposite leg, opposite arm lifts. Inhale, lift. Now the neck is long and the head can come up. Press down with the opposite hand and foot. Exhale, lower. Inhale, opposite arm, opposite leg lifts. Exhale, lower. Opposite arm, opposite leg lifts on inhale. Exhale, lower. Enjoy a few more. If you're someone that's having trouble keeping the shoulder away from the ear, I invite you to keep a soft bend to the elbow like this. We don't want to strain there. We want to find length with our lift. We want to lift with our back. Lift the back of the skull. Two more to each side. Now we're really warming up our core. Last set here. Whew. And then we rise up together. Inhale, arms, legs, chest, sweep the arms back. Optional, clasp and interlace. Reach the knuckles long behind you. Take a breath in, get really long, breathe into your chest. Press the pubic bone firmly into your mat. And then release on exhale. Press into your palms, tuck the toes. We're gonna rise up into table and hold here. So once you're in your table, take a moment, come into that half cat, not a full-blown cat, just half, and just gently sway. You'll notice what we've just created. There's a nice stretch there. And then tuck toes. Press the floor away. We're going to come into a hovering tabletop. So as we press down, lift the knees, hug the shins and forearms towards each other. Neck long, right? So we don't want the head to just hang out. Lift those ribs, lift the skull, gaze slightly forward. Inhale, exhale, downward dog. Walk your feet back to create that full length here. And then as you're here, pedal out your feet, rock your head and your neck. Good. And just take a few more. Press equally into the center of each palm, right? And then little bend to knees, we reach the seat up and back. After that last series, you might notice that all those little muscles are helping you out here to find stability in your dog. Step the right foot forward between the hands, fingertips underneath the shoulders and hold here. We're just gonna take a moment to rock forward and back. Opening the hip, opening the groin, just feeling a little space here. Eventually finding that middle place, reach long through the left heel, through the sternum. Take a breath in. Feel that left glute turn on as you're pressing through that back leg and giving the inner thighs a little hug. Bring the left fingertips slightly forward of the shoulder, right arm high. A few breaths here. Easy open twist. Then we circle that right arm back behind us, lower the back knee, untuck the back toes, reach the right arm forward. And then right hand to the mat. And just bow the head here. Keep the breath moving and flowing, assisting the breath. Next inhalation, lift the head and gaze, plant into equal palms, right? And then step it back, downward dog. Holding here, wrap the underarms towards the heart. Feel that rotation in the shoulders, external rotation. And then from here, take another breath in, get a little longer. And on your exhale, hold the breath out. Step the left foot forward between your hands, about hip width distance apart. Fingertips underneath your shoulders, and just take a moment to rock forward and back. Once you feel that opening, you get nice and long, reach through the back heel, very lightweight in your fingertips. So really feeling the leg support here. Breathe the heart forward, get long, really straighten that back leg. Breathe. We'll bring the right fingertips slightly forward of the shoulder, left arm high. So we twist from the waist. We don't want to drop that back hip, so keep strength through that back leg. Take a few more breaths. Then we lower that back knee, circle the arm around, untuck the toes, come forward, get nice and long here. Your chest and belly is sort of against the thigh there. And then lower that left fingertips down, bow the head in this low lunge. And when you hug the inner thighs gently together, you'll notice the hips and pelvis level off a bit. Inhale here, exhale, plant the palms, step it back, downward dog. Inhale, plank, ride the breath forward and hold. From here, we're just gonna lift the ribs, push the floor away. You can even lift one hand, then the other hand, kind of feeling where you're at. And then we're just gonna take little heel presses. Press, press, press. If you need to, lower to the knees at any time. Notice your core warming up. Hold once you feel your heels are stacked pretty well over the ball mounts and circle clockwise Imagine a big pot of coffee on your low back that you can't drop. Reverse. Breathe. Try not to drop the head. Try not to sink between the shoulder blades. Keep pressing the floor away. Hold in the middle. Inhale. Exhale, lower the left shin. We're going to pivot on the right ball mound. Ground the heel in and down, right arm high. So taking that heat now, and then turn the palm forward. Extend the arm overhead and let that fire move through the body. If you need more support, take your left foot, sweep it to the left. Press into the whole sole of your right foot. Press the pubic bone forward as you lean the skull gently back. Optional here, float the right leg high or stay where you are. Another option, right hand can take the ankle or foot, guide the heel in toward the glute. Roll the right shoulder back and long through the neck. Ardha Vaikasana. Slowly release, coming back to your plank. Hold here and press, heel press. Press, everything's super stable. Just pressing through those heels. Press, press, press. Little circles clockwise. And reverse. And then we'll pause in the middle, lower the right shin. Pivot, turn, opposite side now. We ground down to open. That's really important to remember, right? We push into the earth. We need more support. Take your right foot wider to the right. And then turn the left palm forward. Reach the arm overhead. Breathing with intent here. Along that left side body. Bring the pubic bone forward as you bring the skull simultaneously back a bit. Optional left leg high, flexing that left ankle. Another option, left knee bends, hand takes the foot, guiding the heel towards the glute, opening the chest. And then slowly release. Bring the left hand down, come back to your plank. Take a smooth breath in here. Push the floor away, breathe into your back, and exhale, lower all the way to the mat. Forehead down. Press the pubic bone down and inhale, peel the front body up. Exhale. Inhale, add the legs. Exhale. Inhale, add the arms, maybe reclasp and interlace, up to you. 3 breaths here, shoulder blades wrap in and down. Lead the heart forward, crown pointing forward, neck long, hug inner heels and thighs. Inhale, fill up. Exhale to release. This time, take your feet wide, stack your forearms, and just turn one cheek. Maybe rock your hips. Maybe sigh out and exhale. And then you can turn the opposite cheek. And then from here, we're going to come back to center. Walk the feet in hip width. Bring your left hand to the side chest. Right arm wide to the right. Lay it flat to the earth. Right cheek down. We're going to bend the left knee. Bring the left foot back behind you. Again, there's nothing to really push here. Let yourself be. And I'll notice your breath kind of opening these small places of holding. One more breath here. Again, let go into gravity. Feel your breath making a little bit more room for you without having to press or push too much. Slowly come back to center. Pause here a moment, get nice and long. And then left arm grounds, right elbow bends, hand by the side chest, left cheek down. Bring the right foot up and back behind you and hold here. Let the breath help assist in opening spaces of tightness or holding. Another breath. And then slowly we unwind, come back to center. Slowly rise up to a tabletop. And then to child's bow the head. Taking a few more breaths here in your child's pose. And then slowly coming back into your downward facing dog, right? So tucking toes, lifting the hips, pressing it back. Adho Mukha. Keeping equal weight in your hands. On your next inhale, right leg high, open and stack the hip. Keep control of your ribs and belly, draw them back. Let the head hang, look under the right underarm. Roll your ankle, wiggle your toes. Feel the strength in your left leg, allowing you to open that hip. Inhale, exhale, downward facing dog. And then second side, inhale, we ground down to lift the leg. Open and stack, look underneath your left underarm now. And you can roll the ankle, wiggle the toes. Feel the strength and support of your standing leg. Inhale here, exhale, downward dog. We're going to tiptoe the feet into the hands, bend the knees, let your belly drape on your thighs, and just kind of rock forward and back. You can widen your stance and bend your knees as much as you need, and you can take opposite elbows. Feel the support of the belly on the thighs, assisting and opening your back. Maybe rocking and swaying here. Then we'll inhale, halfway lift, draw the spine long, and exhale, fold into that open space. Two more, inhale, halfway lift. Hands can come to the shins or the thighs. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Here we'll hold little bend to knees, bring hands to hips, squeeze the elbows in. And on your next inhale, ground down, rotate from the pelvis, rising up into Urdhva Hastasana. Sweep the arms around and up. And on your exhale, hands through to your heart. Take a moment here in mountain pose, palms facing forward. And breathing in and out. We'll stay here for a few breaths. Tall spine, pressing into your feet. As you breathe in, your legs root and anchor, your crown lifts. And then from here, taking one more breath. Then we'll make our way back to seated. Feel free to also be in Shavasana here. So Shavasana or seated to conclude our time. So taking the energy you just received and letting that settle, whether lying supine on your back or sitting up. Noticing any shifts and allowing them to settle, allowing your breath to settle, your roots to settle. And if it's helpful for you, hands on the knees or thighs. If you're seated, if you're lying down, arms by your side, or hand to chest to the heart, hand to belly. And being close to what is. Noticing this energy. Feeling a deeper sense of settling as your roots are heavy. Your base of support widening. The eyes at rest in their sockets, the forehead smooth. Just noticing the quality of your energy right now as you kind of let go into this moment. And if you are lying down, you can begin to come up to seated, slowly moving to make your way up. We'll be seated for a few minutes. hand to heart, hand to belly, or hands on knees or thighs. Sitting nice and tall, seat grounded and rooted. And just for the next few minutes, as you're letting your body settle and your breath settle into this new shape and form, you can begin just like we started class to shape the breath as you begin to lengthen and deepen slightly your inhale and exhale. So we have a full capacity to breathe, right? And take a deep breath in. Let's try to give this a 5 on a scale of 1 to 10. So we sip the breath. We begin to cultivate an equal tide of inhalation and exhalation. And as you're beginning to smooth out the breath, notice any disruption in the continuity of the flow of your inhale and exhale. Equal length of inhale matching that of exhale, some vriti, equal fluctuation. Finding balance as we breathe in this way. Held by the earth, held by the breath, ultimately held by the present and all that's here. Breathing slowly, smoothly for a few more moments. We'll join the palms together in front of the heart, bowing the head. And may all beings know happiness. May all beings know safety. May all beings know health. And may all beings walk in ease along their path. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me this morning for a short Hatha yoga practice. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day and enjoy the ripple. Thank you. Thanks, everybody. Thank you for joining.